Hey guys, I'm back today with my 1 month 1 palette video talking about December and January. So for the month of December I decided to use my single MAC eyeshadows in the palette. I have it in this as well. This is MAC and Makeup Geek mix, so I figured I could use both of them. I do have a few single eyeshadows that are in the pots, not in the palettes. I didn't use those. I just wanted to really use the palettes this month. A few of you had asked me to do this, and I'm really glad because I have really neglected my MAC palettes, especially since I've been doing my 1 month 1 palette series, and just in general, I don't know, they've just been kind of pushed to the side. Now, obviously, I didn't get a chance to use every shadow in these. I'm not going to go over all of them, and I'm not going to swatch them. If that is something you would want me to do, then let me know. I could do maybe a video talking about my palettes, maybe all my MAC eyeshadows, if you'd want to see my single ones. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you would want to see. Okay, for the month of December, we were also really sick the whole week before Christmas. Like the week of the 10th, after the 10th. So I didn't wear makeup for pretty much a whole week, so that kind of hurt me. And I didn't film any clips. Sorry, but I'm just going to talk about some of the looks I did wear and some of the shadows that are necessarily, or you know, standouts. So let's start with this one. Like I said, I'm just going to go over a few. I'm not going to talk about all. First is Blanc Type, which is just a matte off-white brow bone color. It is probably my favorite one because it is so creamy and buttery and very pigmented. I'll use it on my brow bone and kind of clean up the outside part. I love it. I mean, if you need one of these kind of shades in your life, it's this one. It's so good. Another shade I reached for was obviously Soft Brown, which is kind of like that pinky warm brown that so many people use like in their crease blending out shade. This is Woodwinked. I used this so much. It is like the most perfect lid shade for me. It's the one in the dead center. Some people think it pulls a little orange warm. It used to do that to me, but it doesn't anymore. So I don't know what that's about. That's kind of strange, but whatever. I will put it on my lid and then blend it out through the crease, and for some reason it provides so much dimension that it's almost like a second color in your crease. It is so good. It's one of my favorite MAC eyeshadows for sure. This is Samoa Silk or Sand, I can't remember, and this little thing is hard to pop out. I believe it's been discontinued, but if you really want that, it's not in this. The Makeup Geek Beaches and Cream is pretty much a dupe. All That Glitters, I wore some. It's really good. This is Style Snob. It was a limited edition, but it's a great taupe. One of these up here, I can't remember which one, is Era and the other one's Grain. They're kind of a good, not like the soft brown blending out, but just on the outside, or if you want like a natural lid color that's like basically nude, but just provides just the tiniest bit, it's perfect. Bronze and Mulch. I've had Mulch probably the longest out of any of them. They're great if you want a darker lid shade, or if you want to put a little bit in the outer corner or crease. They're shimmery for sure. This is Cranberry. This was probably the first ready toned eyeshadows I ever owned. And then since all these new ones have been popular, I was kind of like, I don't know. And then I think it was Christmas Eve. My daughter was in here, my older one, helping me get dressed, and I told her to pick out a shade for me to wear. First off, she picked out this Houdini from Makeup Geek, and I was like, no, because we were going to church. So she ended up picking this, and I wore it all over the lid and blended it through the crease some. It's so pretty. It really does not get as much hype as it deserves, especially considering this warm red trend we're in. And then I think that's Mystery. It's just a really good dark matte brown that's super good for the outer corner. Okay, and then this palette has some Makeup Geek and MAC, and I can take these out to show you the shades if I need to. Okay, I did reach for this Makeup Geek one. I think this was the only Makeup Geek I actually used, and it's Grandstand. It's one of the foiled ones. This is so pretty. It is stunning. If you like shades like me, L'Oreal Amber Rush, and you know, the rose gold type shadows, it is so good. Okay, and then in here, the only shade I had as a brown bow color is MAC Vanilla, which has a little bit of a shimmer to it, not much. I have it on my brow bone today. It will work until I use it up, but when I do use it up, I would probably replace this with another Blanc type. That way, if I have this palette open, I have everything I need all in one. And then for my crease color in this palette, I was using Moleskin, which was also limited edition. It's a little less pinky than Soft Brown. Sable. This is a look I did maybe yesterday. Lollipop 26 that was on YouTube, but she's now Buy Now, Blog Later on Instagram and stuff. She did a post once talking about these, Sable and Mythology. Mythology is a rose gold. It's kind of a chunky texture. It's not the most smooth one. And I wore these yesterday. I did Sable on probably the outer 3/4 of my lid and Mythology on the inner part. And I did probably Soft Brown through the crease. And it was just such a pretty, if you're into those kind of shades, Sable's kind of like Laura Mercier Amethyst Caviar Stick. One day I also created a look that I think Michelle 1218 had done with Sable all over the lid and Folly in the outer corner, I believe. And this is a really kind of plummy matte color. It was really pretty. What else did I do? I don't know if I touched that. Like I said, I lost a few days because of being sick. No, that one I showed you was not Mystery. I don't know what that might have been. If that wasn't Mystery, I don't know what that matte one was. I'm sorry. Mystery is the really good dark outer corner shade. Super dark. Maybe neutral. I think anybody could get along with that. Okay, and then last but not least, I wore this. This is what I'm wearing today. Glimpse of Flesh, which is, it was limited edition. It's like one of those just really nude colors. It's basically skin tone with some shimmer. So it just gives like a little bit of dimension to the eye. And then Outre, which is also limited edition, but Bobbi Brown Camel is pretty close. I'm going to show you the two. Camel is, well, a lot orangier, but the same idea. That shows up. I mean, it's very much that kind of mustardy baby poop color. It's just Camel is a lot more pigmented. And I did that through the crease. I love these kind of colors, and this one's a lot more toned down, so it's a little easier to wear if you're not into those shades. And then, where is it? I was reading on Instagram, I think, TT Sandra had done a blog post on her favorite shimmery shades, and she mentioned Bare Minerals Nude Beach, which is a loose eyeshadow, and I purged all my loose eyeshadows except for this, and I put that on the inner corners. And I'm not even an inner corner highlight kind of person, but something about this I really liked, and I really like how the look looks. I would never think to do all those together, but it worked out pretty well. And so I'm actually going to keep that for that. So if you have Nude Beach, just try it on your inner corner because it wasn't messy. So that was what I did. Obviously, I didn't use all my shades. If you want, you know, a more in-depth review or me talking about them or whatever, let me know. I would be happy to do that. It may be a heck of a video, but you'll see. Needless to say, I'm so happy that I was focused on using those. It gave me a chance to really play with them again, and it worked out good at being December because I was kind of busy a lot of times and I didn't have time to sit and think, so I could just pull those out and they're pretty much ready to go with like certain colors. Okay, and then dun, da, 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 the palette for January. I got it for Christmas. I'm so excited. I did play with it Christmas morning. I got it Christmas Eve. So I did get one chance to try it out. I did, Lisa Eldridge did like a holiday look and she used this, and I did the same look as her. So if you want to watch her tutorial, it will show you what it was. So far so good. They are very pigmented, kind of like the Mario palette. It definitely kicks up some product, so you have to blow off your brush or tap it off or whatever you like to do. I have my laptop down here. I'm uploading my 2017 favorites, and it's taking quite a while. So anyways, that is what I will be doing this month. I'll show you better up close. I'm really excited. Like really, really excited. The only thing is tempera is like your brow bone color. And I've heard people say it's matte, but I see some shimmer. So I'm really excited. I think it will be good. A good palette. So that is all. I guess I will let you guys go and just talk to you later. Bye.